Hey, third grade, it's Miss Hopper here. I'm wanting to share with you today an iReady video on text structure and comparing and contrasting text. So here I'm going to pull up the iReady video and we're going to get started. This is just like the videos that you've done in class before. Are you ready? Okay, let's go.
What is the Best Superpower? By Gabrielle Reyes.
There's a heated debate going on around the world. It's about a question that keeps men, women, and children up at night. And that question is, what is the best superpower? Let's click on what that word debate means. A debate is a discussion about something that people disagree about. Okay, so they're debating on what is the best superpower. Many will leap over tall buildings to answer, the ability to fly is the best superpower. They'll shout out. No way. Others will rush to say, super speed is the greatest power. Some will strongly disagree. No power is more ideal than super strength. Let's click on what this word ideal means. Ideal. Something that is ideal is the best possible thing. And you know what? They are all wrong. The best superpower is telepathy. A person with telepathy can read someone's mind and control their actions.
Telepathy. A person with telepathy can read someone's mind and control their actions.
What will the author explain about telepathy in this passage?
Let's go back and let's look at that telepathy. And you know what? They are all wrong. The best superpower is telepathy. What will the author explain about telepathy in this passage? Is it the first one? The author will explain how men, women, and children learn telepathy. The second one, the author will explain how telepathy is better than other superpowers. The third one, the author will explain how to disagree with others about telepathy. Let's take a second and think here. Go ahead and decide what your answer is. I think it's this one. If you click the second one, you were right. Telepathy versus flight. Fans of flying argue that nothing is more exciting. Flying superheroes can soar to far off places quickly, but telepathy superheroes can do the same thing and more. Imagine that the hero senses danger far away. She can use her mind control powers to make anyone with any kind of vehicle take her there.
How are flying superheroes and superheroes with telepathy alike?
How are flying superheroes and superheroes with telepathy alike? So we're trying to see what's the same, what's similar about them. They can both soar through the sky. They can both control anyone's mind. They can both sense danger far away. Let me go back in the passage and see what I can find. But telepathic superheroes can do the same thing and more. What is it that they're doing the same thing of? Looks like they can both. You decide which answer you think is correct. They can both soar to the sky. You are correct. Telepathy versus super speed. Telepathy is also much better than having super speed. Let's say a villain is firing a sticky marshmallow blaster in a crowded room. A super speedy hero could zip over to stop the villain. A telepathic superhero, however, has more than one way to defeat an enemy. Number one, she could use the mind control to force the villain to drop the blaster. Number two, she could mentally direct people to resist the villain. Number three, she could slow down the movement of everyone in the room, including the villain. This would give the superhero time to take the marshmallow blaster away.
Fill in the blanks to explain how heroes with super speed and heroes with telepathy are alike and different.
Heroes with telepathy and heroes with super speed are alike because they both stop, slow, or drop bad guys. Which one do you think it is? Let's try stop. They are different because telepathy gives a hero sticky, speedy, several ways to do the job. They are different because telepathy gives a hero sticky, speedy, or several ways to do the job. You decide which one you think it is. Let's try several. But a hero with super speed is only able to blank over to the scene. Fly over to the scene, leap over to the scene, and zip over to the scene. Which one do you think it belongs? Let's click zip. If you clicked those answers, you were correct. Telepathy versus super strength. Super strength is no match for telepathic powers either. Imagine villains are causing subway trains to crash into each other. A hero with super strength can only prevent one crash at a time. But a telepathic superhero can use her power to make the train engineers halt at all the trains at the same time. And most importantly, she could stop the bad guys by controlling their evil thoughts.
How is a hero with telepathy different from a hero with super strength? Add the difference to the chart.
Let's read this first one, telepathy. A hero with telepathy can make train engineers stop all trains before they crash and can stop the villain's evil thoughts. Super strength. A hero with super strength can only stop one train at a time. Let's figure out what the difference is. Below are our choices. A hero with telepathy make the bad guys think evil thoughts. A hero with telepathy stops many crashes at the same time. A hero with telepathy causes all the train engineers to crash. Think about which one you would choose. Well, I'm thinking of this one. I don't remember the superhero with telepathy making them think evil thoughts. And over here, I don't think that the superhero would make the trains crash. So I'm going to pick this one. A hero with telepathy stops many crashes. Way to go, guys. So our winner is telepathy. So there you have it. Telepathy is the best superpower. It's more powerful than flight, speed, and strength combined. Did you agree with me from the start? If not, maybe I've used my mind powers to change your mind.
Fill in the blanks to tell how the author explains telepathy.
The author explains how a superhero who uses her strength, speed, or mind is the same as and also different from heroes who use other superpowers. So we were talking about other superpowers, but the main one they were talking about was telepathy. Think about which one you think telepathy brings: strength, speed, or powers of the mind. I think I'm going to click mind. The author tells why telepathy is blank than each of the other superpowers. The author tells why telepathy is quicker, better, or tougher than the other superpowers. Which one do you think fits best? I'm going to click better. So if you selected those answers with me, good job.
Mantis Shrimp, Ocean Marvel by Gabrielle Reyes. Read carefully. You only get one try to answer each question.
Here's our second story. So if you want more fun activities for comparing and contrasting, stick around and we'll do some more. The mantis shrimp. What comes to mind when you think of an impressive ocean animals? The great white shark? The majestic blue whale? Odds are you are overlooking the most amazing sea creature of all. Let's look what that overlooking means. What does that mean? Overlook. When people overlook something, they don't notice it. Odds are you are overlooking the most amazing sea creatures of all. It's the tiny mantis shrimp. Here we have a mantis shrimp. So here's our picture with our caption.
What will the author explain about ocean animals in this passage?
What will the author explain about the animals in this passage? The author will explain how mantis shrimp are better than other ocean animals. The second one, the author will explain why people think all ocean animals are very impressive. The third one, the author will explain what causes ocean animals to be described as majestic. Or the fourth one, the author will explain where tiny, amazing ocean animals are being overlooked. Which one do you think belongs? I'm going to click this first one. The author will explain how mantis shrimp are better than the other ocean animals. Good job if you picked that one with me. Ferocious fighters. Everyone knows great white sharks are ferocious predators with up to 300 sharp teeth. They have the strongest bite of all fish. Mantis shrimp are vicious too. They have extremely powerful claws and belong to two groups. The spearers have sharp, spiny claws for stabbing fish, squid, and worms. The smashers have club-like claws for crushing the hard shells of clams, crabs, and snails. Here it looks like we have a diagram. Let's read this caption. A mantis shrimp is much smaller than a great white shark. Here we have a great white shark. Here we have the smasher mantis shrimp and the spearer mantis shrimp. My goodness, look at the difference in size compared to the great white shark. Though it is small, we'd agree it is small, a smasher can punch with surprising speed and force. The speed of its punch is 50 times faster than the blink of an eye. The force of the blow is strong enough to smash through a 1/4 inch of glass.
Fill in the blank to tell how mantis shrimp and great white sharks are alike.
I'm trying to figure out what's similar. Even though they have different ways of getting food, mantis shrimp and great white sharks are both small predators, vicious predators, spiny predators, or hard predators. Which one do you think fits best in this sentence? I think it's vicious. Good job if you selected that one with me.
How are the spearers and the smashers alike?
How are the spearers and the smashers alike? Let's go back and look where we found that information about those two types. Let's read it again. The spearers have sharp, spiny claws for stabbing fish, squid, and worms. The smashers have club-like claws for crushing the hard shells of clams, crabs, and snails. We're trying to figure out how they're alike. This first one says, they both use powerful claws to hunt food. Spearers have sharp, spiny claws. Smashers have club-like claws. They both punch with surprising speed and force. The third one, they both attack and eat clams, crabs, and snails. The last one, they both survive by eating fish, squid, and worms. Which one do you think makes more sense? I think it's this one. Let's see if we're right. Oh, thank goodness we're right. Looks are everything. The mantis shrimp outshines the great white shark in its appearance. Great white sharks are gray on the top and white on their bellies. How dull. Look at this picture of a peacock mantis shrimp. Wow, that's very colorful. Most types of mantis shrimp are colorful. The peacock mantis shrimp, for example, is stunning with bright pops of red, orange, green, and blue. The word stunning means something that is stunning is very beautiful. I would agree. That's a very colorful and beautiful shrimp.
In what way is the mantis shrimp better than the great white shark?
How is the mantis shrimp better than the shark? The first one, it is mostly white. The second one, it is partly gray. The third one, it is more colorful. Or the fourth one, it is less bright. Which one do you think belongs? I think it's this one. Let's see if we're right. Good job, guys. Let's keep going. We're almost there. Size versus sight. In a contest of size, the blue whale cannot be beat. It's the largest animal in the world, ranging up to 100 feet. That's almost the length of 3 school buses. In contrast, the mantis shrimp is about the length of a dollar bill. When I see that word contrast, I automatically know that they're comparing two things. Right now, they're comparing what seems to be a blue whale and the mantis shrimp. The mantis shrimp is about the length of a dollar bill. Here we have another diagram. The last one was on the shark. Here we have one comparing it to the blue whale. The blue whale is 200 times the size of a mantis shrimp. Look, they had to zoom in. This little dot right here is what it looks like. Wow, super tiny. But the mantis shrimp possesses something that the blue whale doesn't. It has the most incredible eyes in nature. Its eyes stick out from its head. Each eye can move on its own and see different directions. Blue whales have eyes on the sides of their heads. They can see enemies approaching from behind or on each side of them, but they have a blind spot in front of them. Excuse me. They rely more on their senses of hearing to know what's ahead of them. Here we have our picture. It looks like these must be their eyes. The mantis shrimp's eyes are on stalks that stick out from its head. The eyes of a mantis shrimp are also remarkable because they can collect more light from any other animal. This gives them the ability to see colors that are impossible for humans to see.
How are mantis shrimp different from blue whales? Add the difference to the chart.
Mantis shrimp. Tiny eyes that stick out from their head. Each eye moves on its own. Can see in each direction. Can see the colors not seen by humans. Blue whales. Huge. Eyes on sides of the head. Can see behind and to the sides, but not in front. Rely on hearing to sense enemies coming from the front. Here's the difference. Mantis shrimp are much smaller and they hear enemies in front of them. Mantis shrimp are much smaller and they have eyes on their heads. Mantis shrimp are much smaller and they rely more on hearing. Mantis shrimp are much smaller and they can see in all directions. Which one do you think belongs? I think it's this one. Let's try it. We are correct. Good job if you picked that one with me. The next time you go to an aquarium, skip the sharks and the whales. Look for the bold and beautiful mantis shrimp. Just don't lean too close to the glass.
Fill in the blanks to tell how the author describes mantis shrimp in this passage.
How does the author describe the mantis shrimp? The author explains that tiny mantis shrimp are just as blank as great white sharks. Pretty, large, fierce. Which one do you think goes? Let's click fierce. The author explains that the blank of these little sea creatures are more remarkable than those of the blue whale. Claws, teeth, claws, and eyes. Eyes. Very good. All right, friends, so today what we did, we read 2 different stories and we tried to compare different things inside of each story. That second story, definitely my favorite. I think I'm gonna have to check out the mantis shrimp next time I go to the zoo.